Hey, everybody, and welcome to episode number 5 of the Totally Real Wrestling Show. We are your hosts. I am Justin.
I'm Landon.
And we're talking about the road to WrestleMania still. You know, this is it, though. This is actually our last show talking about the road to WrestleMania because next week it'll be our WrestleMania predictions.
Yeah.
And then TakeOver Mania happens. So this is the last time we're going to be pretty much... I mean, obviously, when we're making our predictions, we're going to go over anything that happened, during the week. But, all right, let's get right into it. And let's start right up with last night. Asuka losing the title to Charlotte on SmackDown Live.
That's crazy. I did not think that was going to happen.
I didn't think it was going to happen either. I was in shock. I was actually in shock, as Michael Cole seemed to be, when they announced that it was a title match in the first place.
I didn't think it was going to be a title match. I thought it was just a one-on-one match.
Yeah, I thought it was something. I don't know. I guess I thought somebody was going to get involved, and then it was going to lead to Asuka's match at Mania. If you listened, and you should be listening, we've been talking about who Asuka was going to fight at Mania all this time. And as it turns out, it looks like the answer is no one.
Yeah, she lost it.
There's two theories, I guess. I have... one is that Charlotte will have to have 2 matches at Mania.
Yeah.
She'll defend the SmackDown title earlier in the night. Then that way, later in the night, she'll take the pin and won't look weak because she had 2 matches. Or, now I have another one, but you go ahead. Tell me what you think.
I think that since it's the main event, it's going to be the biggest match, and I think since there's 2 people with titles, maybe the titles will merge.
Yeah, that's another one. We discussed that briefly yesterday, and that was your idea.
Yeah.
And then I also think, now this is what I'm leaning towards. The SmackDown Women's title just won't be on the line. It won't be on the line. I don't know how they'll explain that. And hear me out. Then Becky wins. So Becky has the Raw title. Charlotte has the SmackDown title.
And they don't make it so one's better than the other.
You separate them. They're back on their shows. Not only that, Boss and Hug, Bayley and Sasha retain their titles. So at the end of the night, you have the 4 horsewomen of the WWE, the 4 that came in together, the 4 that, air quotes, are starting the revolution, if you will, all holding titles at the end of the night. It'd be a beautiful thing.
It would. That would be amazing.
However, I think that I'm not thrilled at all with Asuka losing her title.
No, I really don't
I'm a
think that
huge
should
Asuka
happen.
fan. And she's actually my favorite female wrestler. And I feel like the rest of the SmackDown women
Are still, like we've said before, are still suffering.
They're suffering from this booking of this other thing. I'm assuming they're all going to be in the Women's Battle Royal.
I mean, I guess.
And that's kind of like where they're going to be. And they'll collect their Mania paycheck and probably all be kind of unhappy.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so now we'll move on. And we just touched it briefly, but the women are main eventing. They announced this week the women are going to main event. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it took 35 WrestleManias.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy that it took that long when you think about it. It's not like there hasn't been female talent before. I mean, right now it's on top of the game. There's so many good female wrestlers in WWE, NXT, in the indies, everywhere. You know what I mean? These guys, like, I always say Candice LeRae, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she
fought men before she got here. Now on NXT, you don't even see her real. You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, there's some big stuff happening with the women, and I'm real happy, and I definitely believe they should main event. You know what I mean? I'd rather them than Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's never there, man, and that's a big problem for me. All right.
That is a big problem just in general.
So now then we have Miz came out. Shane insulted his dad again. But it's been announced that match is going to be Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah. And The Miz beat up everybody, like a lot of people.
Yeah.
He beat up Sanity, he beat up Shelton Benjamin, he beat up a security crew.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled he single-handedly beat up all of Sanity. But, it
Not
is
all
what
of
it
them,
is.
just 2 of them.
Yeah, okay, well, just 2 out of the 3 of them then. But, Falls Count Anywhere makes sense. I think we said before, we figured there'd be some kind of stipulation because Shane has to jump off of something or it's not a Shane McMahon match.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be entertaining. I don't know. I've always thought it was going to be entertaining. I'm always like, why Shane got to get involved? But then I'm entertained by his matches.
Yeah.
And, I like The Miz, so.
It should be a good match.
All right, now we had Kofi Kingston finally getting his chance last night, thanks to Big E and Xavier Woods.
Well, I do believe that he's gonna have a Mania match. Don't think it's gonna be a title match.
It was announced today.
That it's actually a title match?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it.
Right.
I saw them say.
Now I believe it.
Yeah,
but
saw
at first,
them. No,
they refused to say won a title.
They
shot.
kept just saying Kofi's going to WrestleMania.
They didn't say for the title.
We joked they were going to come out and give him a pair of tickets. You know what I mean? But I did see today they said it's versus Daniel Bryan for the title.
All right.
Now that don't mean I don't know that it's going to be that simple. There's a SmackDown left, and then there's the whole pre-show and everything else for them to come up with something else.
Yeah.
So what do you think Kofi is finally jumping through hoops, or do you think they're going to pull something out?
I mean, I do. Well, I do think now I think that he's going to have a match. I think there's going to be something about it.
Yeah, it's not going to be that simple.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that simple.
Or something crazy is going to happen after it.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that simple. I think they're going to do something else. I don't really know what at this point because they've done everything they can, but I'd like to just see Kofi overcome the odds and do what he has to do.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
It'd be a nice moment,
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now on the Raw side, Lashley versus Balor for the Intercontinental title has finally become official. We'd assumed all this time.
The match I didn't want to happen.
Yeah, we assumed all this time it was going to happen, but we didn't
know for a fact until
the other day. Yeah, they didn't really announce anything. Finn Balor's pinned just about everybody to get into this match except for Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, that's true.
So that seems like an obvious setup that we're getting Demon King to beat Bobby Lashley to get the Intercontinental title back. And I'll be honest with you, I'm A-okay with that if that's the case.
Yeah.
If Balor goes out there and loses to Lashley again or something, I don't know.
Yeah,
like
I'm going to be mad about it.
I don't know. I thought he was getting a little push for a little bit. And, I'm a huge Balor fan. Huge. Yeah. So, hopefully, it goes that way. Yeah. All right, Triple H came out and did some jokes and was actually pretty hilarious. But, I mean, that's me. I'm a huge Triple H guy. I always think he comes out and he's, makes me laugh. He puts on a half-decent match at least, depending on the opponent. Yeah. He's going to have his career on the line against Batista. Batista, that's right. Once you have Triple H put his career on the line, I don't see Triple H losing.
Yeah, but that could be, I didn't think Asuka was going to lose.
Yeah.
She lost. But I'm not saying Triple H is Asuka. No, I'm not saying that.
And Triple H's final match being against Batista makes sense. Do you know what I mean? If he did lose, it wouldn't be like a Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin situation. It actually makes some sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're right. I do agree with you.
All right. So then now Kurt Angle's still doing a farewell tour. He beat Samoa Joe. I don't think that matters at all for Samoa Joe. It was out of respect for Kurt Angle. It doesn't make Samoa Joe look weak. I don't know what could make Samoa Joe look weak because the guy's an animal. I enjoyed that he did some choking. That's my favorite. But it still looks like they're going with Baron Corbin versus
they have to
Kurt
change
Angle.
it next Monday.
It would have to be changed at the last minute.
Which could happen.
Or
we've seen it happen.
They go forward with it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
I don't want them to. I really don't. I don't want that to be his final match.
Nah. I mean, look, Kurt Angle in the ring is it's not... I mean, he's up there, he's done, he's worn out, his time has come.
But it's against Baron Corbin.
But his final match out of respect, he's not gonna tear the house down. You know what I mean? But... the Samoa Joe match was a little messy, but he nailed them German suplexes, and then he did do the angle slam on Joe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's not going to tear the house down, but I would have liked there to be at least some kind of moment where you're like, oh, it's Kurt Angle's last match.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to stand by that Baron Corbin is not cutting it for me.
Yeah, me either. I really don't want that to happen. I don't think any of you guys want that to happen. And I really barely think Kurt Angle wants that to happen.
Yeah, who knows? All right, so then the Boston Hug connection, it was finally made official that it's going to be a fatal four-way. We predicted that a few weeks ago that that's what it was going to be.
I know two teams for a fact, Iconics and Boston Hug connection.
What about them?
That they're going to be in that match.
Oh, yeah, and then Nia Jax and Tamina
and
and
I just thought that as I said that.
And
Beth
Phoenix and Natalya. It's cool Beth Phoenix is coming back and all that.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. I'm glad Iconics are getting a chance at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I know they annoy a lot of people, but that's what they're supposed to be doing, and they're doing it damn good. I'm hoping Boss 'n' Hug retain.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Mostly because, Bailey.
Oh, yeah.
I like Bailey. Bailey's your favorite wrestler of all time.
No, wait, no.
Not of all time?
She's my favorite women's wrestler.
No, your favorite of all time.
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
All right.
No.
All right, so then we got... we'll move on from that.
She's my third favorite of all time.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, look at that.
I did that.
Look at that. All right, so we're going to move on because, there's not much there. That'll be more for a prediction show. That match is what it is. It's awesome that it's at WrestleMania. Hopefully it's not on a kickoff show. I'd like to see them get a shot on
it. It better not be on the
Yeah, I would like to
show.
see them get a nice shot,
Especially since they were really just introduced this year.
Yeah. All right, so then we got Roman Reigns came out and accepted Drew McIntyre's challenge. And then Drew McIntyre ended up beating him. Well, Reigns was getting it in there, but then Drew McIntyre, ended up laying him out.
Like usual.
And then McIntyre and Ambrose had another match.
Which wasn't bad. I liked it.
No, yeah, both their matches so far have been decent, So we got Reigns going against...
Dean Ambrose died.
Yeah, so we got Reigns going against McIntyre. There was rumors out there Ambrose isn't going to appear at WrestleMania. He's not... They also said he wasn't going to appear this past week. Nobody knows. Everybody's speculating and trying to look smart when it comes to the Ambrose stuff. He's going to get involved in the Roman Reigns Drew McIntyre match.
Or as my amazing theory, it's going to be a handicap match.
You still think there's a chance it gets made?
I mean, I do think because he's been beating them both up.
Yeah.
And still standing.
Yeah.
So I do stand by my idea that
it's
in the past episodes. So
I wouldn't be against it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then we also got the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. They talked about that for 2 seconds, and all we have in it is Braun Strowman and then a couple comedians, which it's named after Andre the Giant.
And we're having
a legend, cast. And the SNL cast and Strowman are the only people announced for it. Now, I'm sure other people are going to get thrown in there, but it just seems weird to me. I don't know. I have no excitement for it. I honestly don't...
I don't care.
I don't care. Is what it boils down to.
That's why it's on the pre-show.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully somebody that needs a good win gets in there and wins it, and that jokey stuff is off to the side. Strowman eliminates himself, chasing them two goofballs around. Then we get down to an actual battle royal, and it's half decent.
Yeah.
That's my hopes. All right, so as of right now, there are no tag team title matches.
That's crazy.
Other than the women's. But the Raw Tag Team Raw Tag Team Champs, the Revival, and the Usos don't have an official match.
That's true.
I'm sure this week stuff will be made official. There's no way. You know what I mean?
I'd like there to have been build, though.
Yeah. Well, there's...
The Revival against Lucha House Party, though.
If we go with build, then we'll go with... It'll end up being Revival versus Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Yeah, I do.
Because they've been going back and forth. There's little stuff there. And then the Usos and the Hardys have been talking back and forth in like little video clips and this and that. And there's nothing announced for the Hardys, Matt or Jeff, so who knows? I mean, I'll take both those matches, honestly.
Oh, yeah, I like
both of them sound good to me. All right, now, also speaking of that, here's a few names I'm going to throw out there with nothing to do so far. Right, we talked about them already, actually. We got, we got Kevin Owens.
I know. He needs to do something. He just came back.
Yeah, I'm sure after Mania, Kevin Owens is heading to the top. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming, I guess, he's going to be in a battle royal. Mustafa Ali.
I know.
Also had a little fire, but then, the Kofi stuff kind of took over his go, so I'm assuming he's going to be in a battle royal.
Yeah.
And then we got Almas, but...
I want him to have a match. He had the best match I've ever seen against Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
At TakeOver Philly. I want him to have a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, me too. And I know he'll have plenty, I'm sure. But that don't mean that he... What are you doing? What's happening?
I bit my tongue.
Bit your tongue. All right. That's the big guy there. He bites his tongue.
Yeah, it did.
All right. So then we got... I'm assuming he's coming out with in the Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio situation. But still, I mean, come on.
They could do better.
All right. And then in closing, we also have... Nothing announced for The Undertaker so far.
Honestly, I don't want to be mean to anybody that you don't hate. I'm alright with no Undertaker.
Now, I checked this out. He missed WrestleMania in 1994 and he missed WrestleMania in 2000, both due to injuries. The last time before that with no Undertaker was WrestleMania 6 in 1990. That's crazy.
That's way too crazy.
So there will be no Undertaker this year as of now. I kind of really don't think there's going to be.
I don't think there is. I'm alright with that, though.
Yeah.
I really am alright.
You know what? I'm alright with it, too. For right now, I'm alright with it. And Undertaker is an all-time favorite of mine. And we also have nothing lined up for John Cena. Now, John Cena has had a match at every WrestleMania since 2000. Except for WrestleMania 32. But he did appear. He came out and helped The Rock beat up the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
So that's a long little stretch, too. You know, this is we're in 2019. No John Cena. Now, I do think, unlike The Undertaker, John Cena will be there. You think he'll get a match?
I know what I've already said what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think he's going to be there in some capacity.
I think really he's still going to go against Kurt Angle. I think something's going to happen and he's going against Kurt Angle.
All right, well, you heard it here first, guys. I got your back on that. I think,
Yeah.
I would like to see it. If not, he's going to be, either way, he'll be there, John Cena. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All right, well, thanks for listening, guys. And this was our last Road to WrestleMania show with our thoughts on what happened in Raw and SmackDown this week. If you're checking us out on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It makes the boy feel special.
You know it makes you happy, too, though.
Yeah, I could do without the subscribers as long as you guys keep watching and listening. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we appreciate it. Our first 3 episodes have reached over 100 views on YouTube. That's pretty awesome. We're pretty happy about that. We're very thankful and grateful you guys take the chance to listen to it. Because really, it's just us spending time together, having fun.
Yeah. And
you guys get to listen in. And, that's pretty cool. But, so we'll talk to you guys. We might record a special episode sometime soon. If not, next time we'll talk to you be with our WrestleMania predictions next week. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Again, we're on Spotify, Google Podcasts. We're on Anchor, which is what we're recording it on. We're on a whole bunch of other things. All right, so whatever you use to listen to podcasts, use that. All right, bye.